What war is Trump going to declare next? He's already launched a trade war on more or less the whole world. If you're sitting in Denmark or Greenland, you're worried that you might be next and annexed, and you might be right. In Washington, they're already doing a cost-benefit analysis, weighing the expense of subsidizing Greenland after a takeover against the revenues of extracting minerals from the frozen ground. To see how bizarre this is, you have to remember the long and intimate relationship between America and Denmark in Greenland. It started in World War II when the Nazis overran Denmark and the Danes asked the Americans to defend Greenland, which they did. After the war, the US and Denmark became the closest of allies as founding members of NATO. They signed defense treaties that allowed the Americans to build and operate about a dozen bases in Greenland. After the Cold War, the Americans shut those down, and today only one remains. J.D. Vance just went there. But now the Arctic is becoming more important, because climate change is melting the ice and freeing shipping lanes for commercial and military ships. And Russia and China are moving in really hard to dominate the Arctic. So NATO has to push back, and Denmark understands that. So do Canada and Norway and the other allies. They want to beef up defenses with America, because they're used to being friends and partners. Now imagine the shock and horror in Copenhagen when they hear Trump and Vance threatening Denmark and sounding more like Vladimir Putin in Ukraine. The Danish foreign minister says that Denmark is open to letting the Americans build a much bigger military presence in Greenland, as they did in World War II and the Cold War, as long as they do it together, as friends. Instead, Trump is turning these friends into foes. Donald Trump has Greenland exactly upside down. He has foreign policy exactly upside down. He has so much, including his own country and the world, upside down.